Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barons. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here in the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Brooklyn Barons Relocation franchise here on Madden 23. That is right, we return to the franchise and we will start the final season in today's episode. One more year with the Barons. So I hope you guys are excited. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's get the final season underway. Here we are, week 1 of the final year here in Brooklyn. We've got the Kansas City Royals, one of our 3 big main rivals in this series. It's the Chiefs, the Bengals, and the Bills have been our main rivals over the past few seasons here in this series. If you guys missed the last episode, it was the off season. I feel like we had a very solid draft. We had a really, really good draft. We drafted a lot of offensive line depth who all had hidden development. We drafted a really fast receiver, Eddie Pleasance, who is only 22 years old, 96 speed, 98 acceleration. That can even go up with like morale boost and all that kind of stuff. So, and 91 change of direction. He's a burner, and he's 5'10". He's really, really fast. I'm excited to have him on the team. Plus, we already have the second-year man, Jermaine Mason. We have Jalen Hurts still. We have Saquon Barkley. The offense is looking pretty much the same. The defense is what took a little bit of a hit. So, basically what happened is we didn't have enough money to bring back some of the key guys that I wanted to bring back. We just didn't have the money because we had to pay Jalen Hurts because his salary cap is now massive. His contract is now kicking in. We had to pay Nick Bolton to keep him around. We had to pay Josh Allen recently. We had to pay who else did we have to pay? We had to pay a bunch of guys to bring them into the team. Quinn Williams we're paying a lot of money to. So we just could not afford to have the rest of the guys back here. So we are slightly worse on the defense with 2 rookies going to be starting here with Rick Small. I think it's Rick Small, right? Yeah, Rick Small is going to be starting at secondary middle linebacker. And then, excuse me, Dylan Ross is going to be starting at free safety. He was initially drafted as an outside linebacker, but since we also drafted Can as another linebacker, we drafted 2 outside linebackers in the draft this past episode. So he's going to be filling in for outside linebacker both on the right and the left. And then Dylan Ross was fast enough and athletic enough to be able to play a different position. So he moved into free safety because he has that hidden development trait. It's better than Monroe, who doesn't have a hidden development trait, even though they are about the same overall. Monroe's 1 overall less. He's just playing up to a 76 with the morale boost. The corners, I do like. We have 3 really, really solid corners, plus a couple of decent ones in Greg Benson and Nate Harris. So we have a couple solid ones there. The defensive line, not great in terms of the depth, but the starters are fantastic with Roosevelt Patton, Quinn Williams, and Shaquem McLeod. So there's not a whole lot of depth on this offensive line. So if we get injured, we're going to struggle. But maybe we can somehow move a couple of our depth offensive linemen for some backups at other positions to get some more depth, because we have, I'm pretty sure we have 3 right tackles. We have a couple guards that we don't really need. Like I know we get injured on the offensive line a lot, but we could maybe move some of those guys around just to kind of get some depth if we absolutely have to. So those are some things. So that's what our team is looking like headed into the final season. Yeah, I probably wanted to trade Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley just to kind of spice things up a little bit, but we just didn't have the cap room to be able to do that, so I couldn't do it. Weekly strategy for week 1 against the Chiefs. Obviously, they have Patrick Mahomes. They have Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I'm not sure if Travis Kelce is still here. He might be, but he might have been retired. I don't remember exactly, but we are going to stop the short pass, at least for the first half. Obviously, if Mahomes starts to destroy us, then we will have to adjust. It's going to be a tough game. And they have Tremaine Edmonds because we traded Tremaine Edmonds to the Chiefs to get back Nick Bolton. So they've got Tremaine Edmonds, and they've got Trent McDuffelbag. All right. We are going to do our throw it short method. That usually seems to get the job done, but this is a whole new season, so I don't know how this is going to go. These are the guys that we're going to be having in the focus players. I really want to have Eddie Pleasant in there because I think even with his development trait, he still needs a lot of time because he's not going to get much play time. He's pretty low in the depth chart, so I definitely want him to have as much time to develop as possible. We do have upgrades to start the year. Shaquille McLeod and Roosevelt Patton both get upgrades. Okay. That's promising for our defensive line. And then before we jump in, we will take one look at the Kansas City roster just to see how much they've changed in these years. So, they have Patrick Mahomes as their quarterback. We know that. He is a 99 overall. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is their running back. Receivers are Sky Moore, Juju Smith-Schuster, Jonathan Martin, Keith Tate, and Reggie Craver. So they don't have the normal starters that they have had in the past or in real life, except for Sky Moore and Juju, but Juju is now in New England in real life. These are some okay receivers, but their number one being 5'10 is not a promising sign for them, but he's also very fast. So is Juju. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. Tight end, they don't have Kelsey anymore. He must have retired. He must have retired. So they have Rich Webb, who is a pretty solid backup, who's now the starter. Superstar development player at 26 years old. Okay. Offensive line is Orlando Brown, John Running, but he's injured. So they're gonna have Dalton Gilmore, the rookie from Auburn, play at starting left guard. We could very much take advantage of that unless they switch to have a right guard play over in the left. That could be a possibility. Creed Humphrey is still here at center. Right guard is Quinn Miners, but they don't have a very good backup. So more than likely, we're going to be playing a sub 70 overall guard. That is awesome. And then Glenn Snow is their right tackle. Defensive line, Jordan Karlaftis, Montez Sweat, Chris Jones, and Aaron Eccles, who is a four-year man out of USC. So that's a really good defensive line. That's probably their strongest point of their team. Outside linebackers, Brian Dunlap. Middle linebacker, Tremaine Evans. But he's also injured. Oh, baby. Terrell Douglas is going to be starting at middle linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 1. Josh Uche is the right outside linebacker. Corners are McDuffie, L'Jarius Sneed, Deontay Ferris, Rodney Randall, and Lynn Casey. Okay, so they're not super fast. I mean, L'Jarius Sneed and McDuffie are decently fast, but also they're not very tall. They've got a couple 6'3" guys down here, but they're not like high overalls. Their tallest guy that's a good overall is L'Jarius Sneed at 6 foot, and then 6'2" Deontay Ferris. We can take advantage of that with our speed and height and physicality advantages that we have with our receivers. We can take advantage of that. Tyreek Betts is their free safety, and Justin Reed still here at strong safety at 30 years old. Kickers, Harrison Butker, and Blake Gillikin is their punter. So that is what the Chiefs look like. Pretty much the same. There's a few noticeable differences from teams that we know in real life to now. But that's obvious because we are, like 5 years into the future, 6 years in the future, something like that. So we are pretty far, but it is Kansas City versus Brooklyn in FDR Stadium in Brooklyn. Week 1, the defending two-time Super Bowl champions look to go 3 for 3 in the final year. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's go get the Kansas City-Brooklyn Barons rivalry one last chapter.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chiefs and the reigning Super Bowl champs under the lights on Thursday night.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Brooklyn Barons. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. The final season of Brooklyn Baron football is now underway from FDR Stadium in the great borough of Brooklyn. And we take on that man right there, Patty Mahomes. How is it gonna happen here? We've had some historic battles with Mahomes and the Chiefs over the years of this series. We've had some ups, we've had some downs, and we start with a sack from the number 1 pick, Shaquem McLeod. And Glenn Snow is a backup, remember. He's the backup guard who was filling in, and now he's injured. So now they're on their 3rd string guard. Very interesting development, and it looks like it's coming into play in the first 2 plays. Shaquem McLeod has had quarterback pressures on 2 plays to start this game and a sack. This left guard cannot handle Shaquem. And again, Mahomes has to get the ball away pretty quickly because Shaquem McLeod could have a field day. And I am excited about that because we need to have some sort of buffer between Mahomes and his receivers, or we are just going to get absolutely destroyed. Long will take it, and I noticed that it's not Nate Harris anymore. It must have got changed when I adjusted all the lineups and stuff. I'll have to make sure that I fix that. But we've got the offense out here, the 2-time Super Bowl winning offense. Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, Saquon Barkley, the founding father, Will Washington, and obviously our starting quarterback, Jalen Hurts, don't it? Let's see what we've got in our bag here. 2nd and inches after the big-time run from Barkley. A play-action pass on a 2nd and inches is not the craziest thing in the world, especially if it's going to be open for Patton. No. Jalen. Why do you have to be so inaccurate sometimes? I know you had a guy in your face, but just throw the ball a little bit more accurate, and I'll be happy. Barkley gets the first down. He had to work through a little bit of traffic there to get to the first down marker. We'll go shallow cross. Jefferson's running the cross. I don't really think that this defense can pass our offense. I think we are just too good. The offensive line's very good now. We've developed into a very solid offensive line, although I say that and we're probably going to allow like 100 sacks this season or something, just because that's how it happens. I am going to get this ball away a little bit quicker than I wanted to, and it doesn't matter because it goes incomplete because Jalen Hurts continues to be super inaccurate. I don't know why he continues to be super inaccurate, but he does. That's why I wanted to trade him. But we couldn't trade him because we didn't have any money. I am going to take off and run here. I think I've got the speed. I don't have the speed. Holy crap, that guy is fast. Who is that? Why was he so much faster than Jalen Hurts? I don't know who that was, but he was super fast. And I think was that George Karlaftis? Uh-oh, get that ball away, Jalen. Jesus. Jesus Cristo. That was insane. And now McPherson will have a 55-yard field goal with 8-mile-per-hour winds going from left to right. I think if I kick it here, it should be good, although I might have missed it. That mile-per-hour wind, oh, thank God it didn't affect it too much. I thought the miss on the accuracy side of things would have completely shanked that kick, but McPherson drills it with some room. He could have kicked it from maybe 60 plus. And that is a 3-0 lead for the Barons against the Kansas City Chiefs, which any lead against the Chiefs is warranted and much needed, that is for sure. But let's continue to try to pressure this left guard here. McLeod got pressure on all 3 of the downs for the Chiefs last time, and they might have to move Creed Humphrey to a double team, but that might allow for other players to get it open into the backfield a little bit easier. I don't know. We'll have to find out. But that was a good screen from the Chiefs to Edwards-Helaire. 2nd and 1 now. Come on, Shaquem. Get to the quarterback. Get to Patrick Mahomes. Somebody do it. Steve Smith was about to, but Mahomes gets the ball away just in time. And it's 3rd and 1. Let's bring a little bit of pressure here. Let's try to overload the box. Bring a little bit of pressure. It's going to be caught. Sky Moore, big catch. Mahomes got it away quickly, and it's a first down for the Chiefs. Okay, so the pressure didn't really even matter. We didn't even get any pressure on the quarterback because he got it away so quickly. But if we can get, okay, they're starting to double team, which is a little bit concerning. I missed my huge hit stick with Derwin James. That could have popped the ball out. He was coming downfield with the deflator. That could have been a huge pop out, but I missed him. 2nd and inches. Oh, McLeod hit the quarterback. You've got to be joking. You've got to be joking, man. Roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty. Thank you. Yeah, I understand. Shaquem. That's tough. That's tough. I'm trying to get to the quarterback so quickly that, and Mahomes is just getting the ball out even quicker than I'm trying to get there. It's pretty tough. That's going to be a big hit. Josh Allen, good job. Edwards-Helaire goes down at the 9. I really would prefer them not to score a touchdown here, but it seems inevitable for them to do that. And that's going to be caught. How? By the tight end. How did he catch that? He had a guy right in his arms. I'm not quite sure how he caught that. Bring some linebacker pressure, and that's not going to work, but it is. Kentavious Bishop stops him at the 3. Good job, Kentavious. Thank you. That was a huge play. And now we are going to pinch everybody here. Try to get ready for the run game. It's going to be a pass. We were there. Pick it off. Oh! Josh Allen got to Mahomes right as he was throwing it. It goes up in the air. It's a wounded duck, but we couldn't intercept it. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. This is going to be a pass, but if we can get to the quarterback beforehand, Sauce Gardner knocked it away. A little bit. I think he did. Sauce Gardner, I think, affected it enough to where the receiver could not handle it. It's incomplete, and we hold him to a field goal. That is absolutely huge. They were at the 3-yard line, and we stopped them for a field goal. Oh, baby. I will take that. Against the Chiefs, when they were at the 6 and then the 3, and they didn't end up scoring a touchdown, that is absolutely huge. I will certainly take that. Certainly. And that is a massive stop. Big-time play. And it's a 3-3 game here in the first quarter, but the first quarter is coming to a close. They have 56 total yards. We only have 28. I'm going to get a little bit of the run game going because it seems to be effective. We're going to try it out here. The run game's not known to be this effective, but I will give it a shot. As long as we can get blocks like that, Saquon Barkley can do some damage. That is for sure. He is a hard man to bring down, especially in the open field. So if we can continue to just get some blocking like this, Saquon Barkley could go for 2,000 yards in today's episode. That could be pretty crazy. That's going to end the first quarter, though. It's a 3-3 game to start the second. We get the ball. We get the ball to start the second half. That's right, because we force a 3-and-out. So we get the ball to start the second half, but we have to have the lead, preferably, before we go into the second half. Barkley again. Okay, I think they're starting to figure out the run game here in this drive, so we will go pass. Maybe that can open things up for somebody. I hope, at least. It's going to be Will Washington. He's wide open. That's a big-time catch. And he falls forward to the 19-yard line. It's a good catch from Washington. We'll go back to the run because it could have an open lane right there. I thought the gap was going to be open. I should have known better. I should have known better that that gap was not going to be open at all. It's okay. 2nd and 8 from the 18-yard line. I'm going to roll to my right, and I'm going to hit Garrett Wilson. That's going to be a tight throw. Touchdown, Barons. Garrett Wilson, GW. Big catch, big throw, and the Barons are back on top. Oh, but it's going to be a booth review. Did he get both feet in? I didn't even see. It was a bang-bang play. I don't even know. Ooh, that was close. That was as close as you're going to get. Little toe drag swag from Garrett Wilson. What are they going to rule? They are going to rule it a touchdown because they always do. They rarely ever overturn those kind of plays, and it is a touchdown for the Barons. Jalen Hurts' first touchdown of the year, and it puts the Barons back on top, 10-3. That's a big momentum shifter right there. Huge. Hardly know her. Huge for the Barons, 10-3. We kick the ball back to Mahomes, and Mahomes and the offense started to figure things out in their last drive. They got down to the red zone, even down to the 3-yard line before we stopped them for a field goal. So we need to adjust. We need to try to stop them and get back to the first possession where we had a 3-and-out. That's where we need to get back to. Is that going to happen? I don't know. That's going to be quick throw. Caught by the tight end. It seems like no matter who the tight end is, they're always going to have a good one. They go from Travis Kelce, a Hall of Famer, to now this tight end, who could end up being a Hall of Famer. You never know. Another quick throw, and that seems to be the deal as Dylan Ross, the former linebacker, comes and lays out Juju Smith-Schuster, but that seems to be their motivation here. Quick throws, which I think I'm going to have my linebackers go into a zone to try to maybe affect those quick throws. If they stay in the middle of the field, those quick throws go away, and then we force them to the sidelines where they could maybe make some more mistakes. So I'm going to just have the linebackers play zone, and then we can force the Chiefs to do something differently. That's another quick throw down the middle, slant, and it's a first down for Kansas City. All right, so it seems like the zone didn't really affect too much. Come on, defense. You're the lifeblood of this team. You're the reason why we are two-time Super Bowl champions. We need you to play good defense. That's a quick throw. Tight end caught it, broke a second tackle. Derwin James has to come in and lay the boom, but the tight end with 2 broken tackles to get extra yardage after the catch. It's not ideal. It's not an ideal situation right there. But the clock is down to 3 minutes in the half. So we are going to figure out what the Chiefs are made of here in the final 3 minutes as Edwards-Helaire goes nowhere. And that is a second down and 10. Come on, boys. Get to the quarterback. I know he throws it quickly. It's going to be another handoff to Edwards-Helaire, and he had some yards, but he got brought backwards. And now Roosevelt Patton is injured. That is something that we talked about in the pregame, something that we cannot afford because we don't have the depth at defensive line to be able to afford long-term injuries or injuries at all. No, he caught that! Oh my God, Steve Smith. Steve Smith's hand was on this ball. I thought he knocked it incomplete. Watch this. Steve Smith's hand is on this ball. He knocks it away. He bobbles it. But Webb is able to hold on and catch that ball. How did he do that? I tell you what, man, they just find the greatest tight ends in the history of the NFL. I don't know how the Chiefs do it, but they always find just the best tight end ever. I don't know what it is, but they do it. 2-minute warning, that sucks because we could have had, what was that? Would that have forced a third down or a fourth down? I'm not 100% sure. We got to keep Roosevelt Patton in the game. I know he's injured. I know he's got a quad or an abdominal strain, but he's got to get back in this game. We don't have the depth. We do not have the depth of the defensive line to have any injuries. That's to the end zone. That's going to be knocked incomplete by Bryce Hall. Maybe a little bit of pass interference, but they don't ever call it like that in this game, so I will abuse that if I can. Second down and 10. I wanted Bryce Hall to pick that off, but he just didn't get his hand around it, and I missed the sack with Shaquem McLeod because I always do. I always miss the quarterback there. I don't know why I can never get around to the quarterback, but I should have had a second sack with Shaquem McLeod there. Instead, it's 3rd and 5 from the 17. Mahomes, quick throw. Dylan Ross, broken tackle. Juju, touchdown. Did you see Juju Smith-Schuster on that? He said, I'm going to get mine, and he got a touchdown on that one. Juju Smith-Schuster with an impressive show of strength to score the touchdown and tie this game back up now at 10. Okay, this one is back in 4th. Exactly what I didn't want to happen. I didn't want this game to go back and forth, but it looks like I don't have a choice, and the Chiefs are going to do what the Chiefs are going to do. 1:46. We get the ball to start the second half, so we can do the double dip if we have the right performance here on this drive. Let's see what we can do here. So remember, the run game seemed to work on the last drive, so I'm going to go back to it again. And Barkley will get, not a lot, he'll get 5 yards on that one. That's not too bad. It's decent. 5 yards per carry is obviously pretty darn good. A.J. Brown, big catch. First down? I don't know. We're going to a replay right immediately after. I don't know if he caught that. It looked like he got 1 foot down. They're going to give it a first down. I don't even really know if that was a first down or not. I went aggressive catch because of the guy playing so close to me. Is this a catch? So that's when he catches it right there. I guess both feet are down right there. But most importantly, that foot is, his right foot is down, but that left foot never goes down again. So I'm guessing they're counting it right when he dragged the left foot. I'll take it. I will take it. I'm not going to complain about a freaking catch when I need one. I'm going to lob that up. It's A.J. Brown again. Huge catch in the middle of the field. And A.J. Brown's having a good day. At least a good drive. We are now under a minute. I don't want to score too quickly because then that gives the Chiefs an opportunity to have another decent drive. So I will try to run some clock out here as A.J. Brown gets a third straight catch. And he just pushed over a Chiefs defensive player. That's pretty funny. But that is another catch for A.J. Brown. We are at 30 seconds. Okay, now is when I probably prefer to score here, or at least ramp things up a little bit, speed things up. And that's going to be intercepted. I didn't see him. I didn't see... Is that Justin Reed? I didn't see him jump down into the... sink down into the middle. I honestly didn't even see him. I was looking at A.J. Brown. I saw all this space in the middle here. And then the moment I saw him was right when I had thrown it already. And it was too late to do anything. And then I was like, yeah, that's going to be an interception. But it wouldn't be a World of Juice video, would it? If I didn't throw an interception in a game. So that is unfortunate, but maybe we get it back. Steve Smith gets it right back. Patrick Mahomes throws one right back to him. Steve Smith. And we are right in this game still. Patrick Mahomes tries to go quickly to his receiver, and he throws it right back. Give me that back, baby. That's huge. 17 seconds to go. Mahomes makes a critical mistake, and I'm going to... Oh, my God. Jalen Hurts, what the heck was that? I was just going to try to throw that to Jermaine Mason, but he was not anywhere close to that. 11 seconds before the half. Let's try to score. We've got to score here. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. Justin Jefferson. Jay Jettas hitting the gritty for the first time this season. 5 seconds to go. Back of the end zone. Jay Jettas. You could always count on him. What a throw. I was panicking. I had nowhere to go with this ball. I was initially going to go to Garrett Wilson. He was locked up. Then I was going to go to Will Washington. He was heavily covered. And then I realized if I throw to him, we'd have to use a timeout. So then immediately I saw Justin Jefferson coming in the middle of the back of the end zone here. And I was like, oh, baby, he's open. And then dragging the feet, Jay Jettas with a little bit of toe drag swag, baby. And he's got a little bit of a gritty for you boys. Look at that. Yes, sir. A little gritty for opening day here in the final season. Show me what you're made of, baby. Show me what you're made of. Justin Jefferson hitting the gritty on him. Baby. Ooh, child. Things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child. Things are gonna get brighter. That's not the song. I forgot to take my thumbnail. Hold on. Hold on for a second as I quickly grab myself a thumbnail so you guys can know that this was the thumbnail of the video. And then we kick this extra point, making it 17-10 going into halftime, and this is exactly what I wanted to happen. We are on track for the double dip. And you don't know what the double dip is, it is when you have the ball at the very last seconds of the first half and you score, and then you go into halftime, you get the ball to start the second half, and you score on the very first possession of the second half. That is called, in my books, the double dip, and you have to say it like that. So now with 1 second, we should have let him go up for another second, I guess. With 1 second to go, we will play as far back as physically possible. Everybody zone. Everybody just spread back. Don't let anything go deeper than 10 yards or 15 yards, or I guess wherever Mahomes throws it. Dear Lord in heaven, knock that down. Thank you. It'll go incomplete. And we go into the halftime locker room up by 7 with the ball. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, daddy. Yes, sir. I am excited. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Let's go and score again. Starting the third quarter. I don't like having this guy be the kick returner, but I'll have to change that if I remember before the next episode. I guess I could change it in the screen, but then I'd have to change it again. It's just a lot of work. So let's try to get the run game going again, because in the first half it was very successful. Maybe they're going to adjust to it, but Barkley staying up on his feet. What is happening here? Saquon Barkley staying up on his feet for forever, for days. He only got 3 yards out of that, but he was bobbing around, bobbing and weaving, ducking and dodging. And Barkley broke another tackle, gets to the 28-yard line, 3rd and 3. So we will try to pass this probably. Yeah, we'll go verticals. Verticals are very unnecessary in a 3rd and 3 situation because we're just going to go to Barkley anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But that's a good first down. That's a good conversion on 3rd down there. And then we'll go right back to the run. Waste as much time as physically possible to give Mahomes the least amount of time on the field. That's always a that's always a win when you can give Mahomes a little amount of time on the field. He's standing there on the sideline, hands on his hips, just wanting the ball because he knows he made a mistake throwing that interception. 3rd and 1. I guess we can go back to the throw, although it's pretty open in the gap there. The gaps are open. We might as well try a little sneaky run, and Barkley's going to get the first down. They even brought some guys to the line to try to stop it, but we were able to do it successfully, and we will give Ramondre Stevenson his first love of the game. I love me some Ramondre Stevenson, so we'll give him a little bit of a touch here. Ramondre, break a tackle, get to the 47-yard line. Good job. And we are draining a lot of clock. The quarter started at 7 minutes. We are already down under 4 minutes. We are using a lot of time with this offense, and that's exactly what I wanted to have happen. We need to drain as much time as possible so that we can limit the amount of time that Mahomes is on the field. It's the game plan. Forget about throwing it deep or throwing it short, whatever. The game plan is limiting the amount of touches Mahomes can have. And Barkley, speaking of touches, has 15 touches for 92 yards. Saquon Barkley is having himself a good first game of the year. That's always nice. Oh, Barkley's got great blocks, and Saquon Barkley to the end zone. Touchdown, Barons. The blocking from the receivers was immaculate, and the Barons go up 2 touchdowns on the Chiefs. We complete the double dip, and we have a 24-10 lead, and we took so much time off the clock there. It's crazy. We took 4 minutes and 12 seconds off of the clock for the Chiefs in the 3rd quarter here. That is absolutely brilliant. Huge possession there to start the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs are down by 2 touchdowns with not a lot of time left to go, even in the game, let alone in the quarter. And we'll see what Mahomes has cooked up here on the sideline, ready to go for this first drive of the second half. I really don't like that they've started to double team with Creed Humphrey on this left guard, but that time it doesn't work because he had to go pull for the screen, and it's going to be Nick Bolton against his former team, bringing him down for the stop only after 5. Let's see if we can get some more pressure here, big boy. Let's do it. McLeod couldn't get there, pick it off. Oh, Steve, you could have had 2 off the hands of Steve Smith. I didn't know we had bricks for hands there, Steve. Come on, man. Channel your namesake, one of the greatest wide receivers of my decade, Steve Smith, and intercept that pass. Kentavious Bishop just does it, and oh my God, I thought he just babied that corner, that receiver, but he fell over. Kentavious Bishop might be the greatest defensive player in Barons history. He has got his name in the annals of Barons history. He is such a good player, man. He's so long and lanky. He's so long. Man, he's long. And I love it. I love every inch of him. Barkley goes underneath the defensive player of the Chiefs to get to the 27-yard line. And it's 3rd and 2. 2 interceptions for Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, we have 1. Jalen Hurts does. But Mahomes with 2 interceptions today. Not like Patrick Mahomes to throw interceptions. Jefferson, how is that not pass interference? I don't know. But they want us to go for this? I'm not going to complain. We are up 2 touchdowns. Yeah, adding another field goal on top of that would be nice. But especially when you can have A.J. Brown wide open on a slant route, I'm going to take that all day. We keep the offense out there, and we now have a little bit more room to run some clock. We are under a minute to go, under 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Barkley breaks another tackle, and he gets up to the 4-yard line. He's got 137 yards. Saquon Barkley. You know what? I'm not even going to have my hands on the controller here. We're going to let this go to the fourth quarter before we even attempt this snap, just to rub some more salt in the wounds of the Kansas City Chiefs as we go one more quarter, 7 more minutes in week 1 of the final season, and we got to try to put the nail in the coffin, put the lime in the coconut here in week 1 against the Chiefs on Thursday Night Football. Saquon down to the 1, and you know what? I'm gonna go with the juice special, the QB sneak. This actually failed me in the Arizona Cardinal rebuild, so hopefully this doesn't fail me now. And it's a touchdown for Jalen Hurts, and 3 touchdowns for a 3-touchdown lead for the Barons. Oh, daddy, yes, please. This is exactly where I wanted to be. 31-10. We are up 21 on the Chiefs in the fourth quarter. There is absolutely no way on this planet or any other planet in the solar system that they can come back from a 3-touchdown deficit with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Absolutely zero shot. And then watch them do it. Watch them do it. If Mahomes throws another pick, then this game is absolutely over. That is for sure, but I don't think he's going to throw another pick, although I didn't think he was going to throw the first 2. Mahomes checks it down to Juju, brought down by, is that Kentavious who brought him down? I think it might have been. Under 6 minutes to go in this game. The Chiefs got to move, man. They cannot be waiting. You got to snap it, Mahomes. Quick throw down the side. It's Sky Moore, brought down by Greg Benson. And another little chunk of time comes off the clock. You guys are struggling here. You guys are struggling. Get the sack. Nick Bolton against his former quarterback. Gets the sack. That's number 2 for the Barons today. Nick Bolton with a linebacker blitz. Gets to Mahomes, and that's a huge sack. 2nd and 16. Under 5 minutes in the game. Oh, Greg Benson, I needed you to get your hand on that. Just couldn't do it. He was close. Couldn't do it. 3rd and 5. From the 43-yard line. We are under 5 minutes to go in the game. Come on, defense. One big stop. Knock it down, Kentavious. He couldn't do it. I don't even think I touched Sky Moore, but they ruled him down anyway. Whatever. Now we are under 4 minutes in this game. The Chiefs are running against the clock. It's a lob to the tight end. Dropped. Incomplete. I don't even think he got a hand on that. Maybe he didn't know it was coming that quickly. I have no idea what happened there, but it's an incomplete pass. It is 2nd and 10, but that's, for them, luckily enough, stops the clock. That's going to be Kentavious. Missed it. Sauce Gardner missed it. Everybody missed it. Steve Smith is the one to bring him down out of bounds. But that also stops the clock. So the Chiefs starting to figure out how to work this offense to where they can have some time, but they've already wasted a ton of time. That's another catch to the tight end. That ball's out. Picked up. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's Nate Harris with the catch. But was he down? He might have been. No. They're not even going to review it. The tight end Webb just coughed it up. I got to see this again. So Derwin James with the deflator pops it out. And yeah, he was clearly up. I think he was up because he ran into, who is this, Kentavious? Yeah, he ran into Kentavious Bishop. That ball pops out. He gets squeezed between Webb's body and Bishop's body, and it pops out, and that ball is clearly out, and then Nate Harris just jumps on it. So we're going to win this game. Yes, we are going to win this game against the Kansas City Chiefs. Saquon Barkley has done his job. Jalen Hurts has done his job, even though there were some inaccuracies at times in the first half. We've done our job good enough to where it's 3rd and 2 from the 15-yard line. And when I needed the defense the most, they stepped up. I will give them that. I needed the defense to step up in the big moment, and they forced the fumble. Derwin James, one of the best Barons in history. That's pretty interesting to think about. Who is some of the best Brooklyn Baron players in our history? I'd probably have to say that Derwin James is up there. I'd probably have to say that Tremaine Edmonds is also up there, just for his level of ability for the getting to the sacks and getting to the tackles and stuff. Unfortunately, we turned the ball back over to the Chiefs, so that's not great. Jalen Hurts is probably up there because he's been the quarterback of 2 Super Bowl teams. Saquon Barkley would have to have a conversation. Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson would both have to have conversations about being up there. Who else? Quinnen Williams probably does have a say in if he gets his name up there. Maybe, I think it's still a little too early for Shaquem to have a conversation about being one of the best. He's definitely got a good track to get up there, but I think it's still a little bit early. Maybe Nate Harris, just because of the moments and maybe not the best of all time, but the top half, because just those kick return moments he's had and just stuff like that. So he's probably got an argument for being up there at the top, and that's going to be a quick throw. It's caught. Sky Moore, touchdown Chiefs. Kind of surprised they're not going for 2, but whatever. We are under 2 minutes, a minute 53 to go, and now they're probably going to start using their timeouts, which is going to suck. But they're still down by 2 touchdowns. There's not really much of a chance that the Chiefs have. They're going to go onside kick here, and I'm not going to call timeout. I'm not going to adjust. I think we can get this. And we can. Thompson goes for it. He just goes down as well at the 45-yard line. Beautiful. And now we start to run the football with Saquon Barkley. We start to win this game even more. Let's win this game, baby. A minute 52. They're going to use their timeouts, and they're going to be ready for these runs. They are going to be ready for these runs. So it seems like we're not going to be getting the nice chunks of yardage that we got in the first half, or even in the third quarter. Ramondre going nowhere. That's their second timeout. It's 3rd and 11. All right, boys, let's not get caught here. Let's not get caught sleeping. We're going to go for a slant. Has the ability to be open. And it's going to have to be Justin Jefferson knocked incomplete. That was never going to be open. And we're going to go for this again. Unfortunately, that didn't get caught, so they didn't have to use their timeout, which sucks. Mason made the right call. He knocks it incomplete. Great play from the safety there. And that's another turnover for the Barons. We are giving the Chiefs a chance to get in this game. Oh, man. I would literally just die if the Chiefs ended up coming back and winning this game. I would just cease to exist. That's a huge hit from Nick Bolton there. They're not going to use their timeout. Why would they? They don't need to yet. Another little check down throw. Steve Smith right there. Another big hit. Just wearing down these guys. We are under a minute. Under a minute in this one. Oh, Bryce Hall knocks it. Derwin James picks it off the deflection. And that one is over. Derwin James has just sealed it for the Barons. Bryce Hall knocked it up in the air. That is some teamwork. Bryce Hall knocks it in the air, and Derwin James gets it off the rebound. Thank you. Come again. Yes, sir. Saquon not really going anywhere. We used their final timeout, and now we can just end this one before it gets out of hand. Barkley with one more carry, and he will get nowhere. They really started to tighten up this run game, this run stop. But unfortunately, Garrett Wilson gets injured there. That's not good because it wastes one of our timeouts. It stops the clock. And more importantly, Garrett Wilson's injured. That's not always good. Abdominal tear. And that came at the end of the game. I really hope that it's just abdominal tear for this game and he can come back for next episode. But maybe we'll get to see Eddie Pleasant for the first time next episode. But I am going to put the controller on the table. Got my hands up. We are not going to snap this ball. And we are going to beat the Chiefs 31-17. Oh, man, what a game. What a game. It was crazy. It was awesome. There was some crazy moments with the sack from Shaquem McLeod on, like, the opening possession. So, like, it was insane stuff in this one. 2 interceptions by Patrick Mahomes. Those really were the turning points of this one when he threw those 2 interceptions. Especially the one when we threw the interception with Jalen Hurts. The very next play, Mahomes throws it right back, and Steve Smith got the pick. That was absolutely massive. What a turning point. So Jalen Hurts, 9 for 18, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns on a pick. Not the greatest performance, but at this point, we don't really need Jalen Hurts to be that great for this team to get W's. Saquon had a fantastic day, 26 carries, 152 yards, had 5.8 yards per carry, and a touchdown as well. Jalen Hurts got the QB sneak. A.J. Brown, big day, 4 catches, 68 yards. Will Washington had 2 for 28. Garrett Wilson had the touchdown. Jefferson had a touchdown. Then we had the tackles. Kentavious Bishop with 8. Bolton with 7. Steve Smith with 5. Derwin James with 5. We had 2 sacks. Shaquem McLeod and Nick Bolton. Those were 2 really, really massive sacks. And then we had 3 interceptions. Derwin James to seal it. Kentavious Bishop and Steve Smith. What a phenomenal, phenomenal performance on week 1. That's how you want to open a season. And now we got to go and see how long Garrett Wilson's injured. Garrett Wilson's abdominal tear will last him 3 more weeks. So he will be out for a month of action. Around a month of action. That's kind of upsetting. But maybe that opens the door for Eddie Pleasants to get a little bit of playing time in his rookie season. I don't know. We are taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in the next episode, who also won their game. But they are a 79 offense, 84 defense, 81 overall. They shouldn't be much of a challenge. If we could put 31 on the Chiefs, I think we can handle the Jags pretty easily. But remember, when we play teams that are not as good as us, we tend to play down to the level of competition, and that's when I get frustrated, and that's when we play bad and we almost lose or do lose. So hopefully that doesn't happen in the next episode, but I can't wait to find out. We are 1-0. Dolphins are 1-0 as well. The Patriots and Bills both lost their opening games, so they are 0-1. What an episode. If you guys enjoyed it, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.